All right. All right. Welcome to the Generation Gaming Podcast. I am G. Lewis, answer once again. Thank you so much for joining us here. Today we are live here on the Generation Gaming YouTube channel. Just trying to make everything is in order. One second. I think we're going to be good to go. Just want to make sure. Go. All right. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We're going to be running down some interesting topics today. Um, a lot to cover here in the half an hour time frame that I've got. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, as always. So what we're gonna do is gonna talk run down the Video Game Awards. It was done by hosted and produced by Jeff Keighley, big name in the video game industry. And this year, actually, it didn't suck for once. It actually looked really well done. So we're going to run down the winners and losers of that. Not all of it because it's quite a few. But then we're going to talk about after that. We're going to talk about DLC one for Black Ops 4 and how Treyarch is really killing the zombies mode. Um, because it's just it's shite at the moment. I'm sorry, but it just is. So let's check that out. So we're not going to start with game of the year. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's start with game of the year. Game of the year. So here's one of the nominees for that. It was Celesti. I'm probably saying that wrong. Sorry. Monster Hunter World, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Spider Man. I have no problem with any of those picks whatsoever. Um, it's almost like you wouldn't be mad either way. If God of War or Red Dead 2 won, it would have been fine. Red Dead 2 did very well throughout the entire night of the award show, winning 3 awards, I believe. Let's see. Another one, too, for Best Narrative. And then Roger Clark won the Best Performance. So count that as another one. Yes, so three. They won the best score soundtrack. That's right. So technically, you can chalk it up to three, even though Roger Clark's award was a solo personal award, if you will. Um, Sorry, things don't work when they want to. All right, so moving on. Yeah, I don't care about the esports. Yeah, so personally for me, I did not get a chance to play God of War. Very much. I played like maybe 3 hours of it. I got a chance to play. I'm still playing Red Dead 2 a lot. Um, to the point where it's not healthy. It's a great game. I really enjoying the online now, especially because they changed the economy of the game. It's still the online is a little bit left to be desired because it's going to bore people sooner or later. Especially if you think about it, what it's got to offer. Um, yes, it's got those cool. Um, what's the word I'm trying to look for? The online is great for Red Dead 2. It's got those stranger missions. It's fine. It's got the story, which is really neat. I didn't expect that at all. And then it's got the other multiplayer games, but it's still in beta form, so they're going to add things later. So right now, I think for those, I'm going to keep playing it. I'm enjoying it. I'm meeting new people on Xbox, which is really cool. That's always I always like doing that. All right, moving on. Multiplayer game of the year. This one, the nominees were Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves, Destiny 2 Forsaken, and Fortnite. Well, let's see. What you shocker? Who won this one? Fortnite. I'm really tired of Fortnite. I'm like really tired of Fortnite. Like Fortnite made me dislike BRs almost, and then I started playing Blackout, and then I've enjoyed myself. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm not gonna get on Fortnite because Fortnite is successful because it's one, because it's free. Two, because it attracts the kids so much. It really does. Kids really love Fortnite. I mean, look at it. You're playing a cartoon essentially. That's what you're doing. Um, so of course that's going to appeal to kids. Great, and they get their parents credit cards. Like that joke's been made a million times already. And you guys got guys like Ninja. I mean, Ninja's an amazing player. He wins like more times than anybody should. That's why he's so successful. If he wasn't great at what he did, you wouldn't have that. Anybody could fucking sit there and color their hair and play Fortnite. But the fact that he's talented and he's really good at what he does, it's the reason why he's a channel and him being successful. Um, but personally, I mean, I'm not shocked by that. I mean, you see the other contenders in there. It's Black Ops 4, Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves, Destiny 2. Sea of Thieves shouldn't be on there. That's not. It's an okay multiplayer game. It had a lot of issues. They fixed them, but still, it's kind of a bland game. Honestly, in my opinion, I played it. I didn't mind it. I played it with a buddy of mine, Josh Hertzberg, who runs the Gaming Life Facebook group. Please go check his page out. He's a really good guy. Um, but it's I don't know. He just let's see. Fighting game of the year. I'm not going to go through all of this. I'm going to skip over some stuff, so don't get on me about that. Fighting game of the year. The nominees for that were Dragon Ball Z, Street Fighter V, Blaze, Blue, Cross Tag, and Soul Calibur. And of course, Dragon Ball Fighter Z won. I like Soul Calibur, so I thought they should have won, but I'm not a big fighting guy. So moving on. Sports racing game. Forza Horizon 4, NBA. Let me rephrase that nominee, that category. Sports slash racing game. Yeah, so what I'm about to say. So Mario Tennis Aces, Pro Evolution Soccer 2000 and something, 18, I think, 19. No, 19, sorry. FIFA 19, NBA 2K19, and Forza Horizon 4. And Forza Horizon 4 1. Looking at those, I'm not really shocked by that. FIFA 19, EA game going down. EA is really going down as a company, to be honest with you. Pro Evolution Soccer, I thought a lot of people seem to like that compared to FIFA. I'm not a big soccer guy in general. NBA 2K18 is like a stagnant game. Like it's hard to make sports games better than they are because you know what you're going to be getting. Now, personally, I feel like sports games because they come out every year. uh, It's an annual game, so you're gonna have so many issues. It's just I don't know. Nonetheless, um, let's see. Role playing game, best role playing game, and now this one. Monster Hunter World, Pillars of Eternity 2, Dragon Quest 9, Jesus, 9, Octopath Traveler, and Nino Kuni 2. Probably didn't say that right. Monster Hunter World won that. Let's see. Best narrative: God of War, Detroit Become Human, Life is Strange 2, Spider Man, and Red Dead 2 Redemption were the nominees. And of course, Red Dead 2 took it away. That story was so good, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm on the last part of the story. It's very, very good and done very well. Um, so if you want a great story, which I am one of those people that loves a good story in a video game, story in video games is very important to me. It should be there. And it also, it shouldn't be done half-assed at all. And Rockstar, I mean, having them, 8 years to work on this, you could tell the time that they had was because of that. They didn't rush that, and that's why Rockstar is such a great game, or great company, excuse me, because they take their time to work on their games. It's not like it's make the beard come out. Nah. Hmm. Okay. Um, sorry. So, it's what it is. Okay, let's see. I mean, here's another thing. It's like Game of the Year. You wouldn't have been mad if it was that or God of War. Honestly, I mean, you look at the other way. Detroit Human was really good. Become Human, excuse me. Life is Strange 2, Spider Man. I mean, those weren't bad stories. Let's see, moving on. Performance, best performance. Yuri Lowenthal for Spider Man. Christopher Judge for God of War. He was Kratos. Brian Dietrich. That's for Detroit Become Human. And Melissa Anthi Malhout, I apologize if I probably destroyed her name. She was on there for Assassin's Creed. And honestly, those voiceovers were really hard, man. They were not good at all. They really weren't. It was kind of like cringy sometimes. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it was really, for what that was, a AAA company like Ubisoft, it wasn't very good, to be honest. But anyway, um, just one second, sorry. But no, Roger Clark, first of all, he's got an accent. I'm pretty sure it sounds like he's Scottish to me. Roger Clark, who voices Arthur Morgan in Red Dead 2, he doesn't sound like he is. When he first started talking, when he came up to, when he won the award, he's starting to talk, and you can hear him, and I'm like, "Wow, man!" I'm like, "Whoa!" I was like, oh, man, "He sounds just like him." And then he realized he's doing that as a, just to be poke fun when he came up there. And then he's got this voice. I was like, "Whoa, is that dude Scottish?" It's either Scottish or Irish or some really hard English accent. But it's, I mean, to be able to do that honestly in an acting world is really impressive. And Arthur Morgan is probably one of my favorite characters. It's sad, I haven't gotten to the end. I unfortunately know at the end. I mean, you can go all over the internet and YouTube and see what happens to Arthur Morgan, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't heard it, but it's obvious what happens to Arthur Morgan. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that keeps playing. Best action adventure game. Like I said, I'm repeating this. I'm skipping some stuff, so bear with me, please. Don't give me clamp for that. Best action adventure game. Nominees were Red Dead 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Spider Man, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. That was pretty good. I haven't finished that, but I really enjoyed that. That wasn't bad, but it could have been way better, to be honest with you. But I'm not going to get. And God of War, and of course, God of War won that one. That could have been honestly, you could have gone with Spider-Man and God of War, but God of War was so good as an action game. They did a lot to improve that game, and it really impressed me. I mean, that's another studio like Rockstar who really is like Santa Monica. I'm sorry, Santa Monica is like Rockstar. Those two take their time with their games, and the quality and the product comes out is so good. And this is really what I want more companies to do. And now I understand most people aren't going to think like this, but the video game industry obviously is a business at the end of the day. It costs money to make these games, a lot of money. These AAA companies, like games like God of War, Red Dead 2, Call of Duty, I'm just naming a few, Assassin's Creed, they start about $100 million to make these games. They're not cheap by any means necessary. Um, but I think it's the greediness of these companies that destroys these games. Look at Black Ops 4. It's probably the worst launch in Call of Duty history. And it exceeded its expectations, made it like $550 million, but it wasn't enough for the investors and shareholders, which says a lot. But God of War deserved that for sure. Best action game, not action adventure. The nominees were Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Mega Man 11, Far Cry 5, Destiny 2 Forsaken, and Dead Cells. And Dead Cells won that. That's an indie company motion twin. I haven't played Dead Cells. I played Far Cry 5. I obviously played Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Destiny 2 I played. I kind of gave up on Destiny 2. I'm just not a big. I mean, I know that maybe if I bought the DLC, I might like it more. Far Cry 5 was a really fun game. The ending was like wow, but after you played Far Cry 5, it was kind of like meh. And the DLCs, I'm really disappointed. I should never bought the DLCs, man. That was a waste of money. But let's just go on there. Dead Cells is really. I looked it up. Um, let's see here. All Dead Cells. It's a roguelike Metro V, kind of like a Metroid Metroidvania, like yeah, exactly how that sounds. Metroid Prime slash Castlevania. That's pretty much what you get with that, and it's a good company, and got a really great reviews. Here's another one. It's Red Dead Two. One. It's the third time they won the word score slash best soundtrack. They won for that. The nominees for that was Celeste. I'm probably saying that wrong again. God of War, Spider Man, Octopath Traveler, and Nino Kuni 2, Revenant, uh, and I swear, Red Dead 2 soundtrack was so good. I mean, there's times where you're riding along and there's giant gaps where you're trying to get from one place to another, especially after you've done a big event or you've done a big, when I mean big event, like big sequence or big part of the game, important bit. Um, and it's very moving. I really enjoy that music because it's done so well. The scores are done so well. I mean, they really grip you with the emotion and bring you deep into the game and really make you care more about it just from that music. It's done really well. Let's see. I'm going to do a couple more games and then I'm going to move on to the second half of the podcast. It was only a half an hour podcast. I got a little less than 15 minutes left here. But actually, you know what? Let's do. All right, here we go. Best Studio slash Game Direction. Nominees for that were Sony Interactive, God of War, SIE Santa Monica Studio, God of War, Insomniac Games, Spider Man, Rockstar Games, Red Dead 2, Electronic Arts, A Way Out, um, Hazelight Studios, A Way Out, and Quantic, excuse me, Dream, Detroit Become Human. Um, oh, just lost a damn viewer. Great. Let's see. Hazelight Studios. It's that Sony Interactive, God of War. No surprise there. That's a Sony, obviously Sony made company. They're doing really well right now. Sony had a really good calendar year for 2018. Xbox did not. Xbox did really lackluster year. Sea of Thieves flopped. They got four. I mean, Forza was good, but other than that, it really didn't do very well. And I think they're going to do better in 2019. There's no way you could do worse than what they did. I mean, obviously you could always do worse, and if you can always do better as well. So, all right, let's do industry icon with Greg Thomas. That was a good one. Mobile Florence one. Thank God it wasn't Fortnite. Anything that doesn't win is good for me. Audio design, audio. They won four times. Excuse me, I forgot about that. This goes hand in hand with the score slash best soundtrack uh, production, or excuse me, award for the night, and that's Red Dead 2. I mean, the audio was so good, all the sound, everything it just flowed so well together. I didn't find any glitches, any bugginess at all with this game, and you could really, really tell with that. So what else? That was that. All right, moving on to DLC one. Now there's some issue going on here. Earlier today, Black Ops 4 DLC one was shown. Like right now, you can go see the opening cutscene and watch it because it's out in Australia. Just it's up on the PS4 station for store to download right now. You can download DLC one for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. um, I am kind of this is going to go hand in hand with how I'm feeling about Black Ops One, Black Ops 4. Excuse me, Black Ops One. That was much better. I might at this point I'm thinking I might be better on that. Um, because DLC one is everyone was thinking, seeing all the stuff. It's like, well, what are we talking about? Where's this all this information coming from? You're getting pictures of DLC one. You're getting information, little snippets. Well, it's going to be out. It's out in Australia right now, and you're going to be able to get it later, coming down the line, coming down tonight at midnight. Excuse me, and then we're gonna get it 7 days later on Xbox and PC. Um, So it's Night of the Dead in England in 1912. This is, I guess, the backdrop, the overview of the map, by the way. England, 1912. Associates of the relic hunter Alistair Rhodes, including a Pasuedo Seer, a show cowboy, a retired general, and his loyal butler are invited to participate in a grand ball, but no one suspects the horror that awaits him. That's pretty much them. That's pretty much the rundown. See, Treyarch, man, this is so weird for Treyarch. The stuff that we got today, there isn't even a trailer. We got a multiplayer trailer, and this is going to go hand in hand what I'm about to talk about in my soapbox segment with how Treyarch is really killing zombies. Like they're really just shitting on zombies, and I don't understand it. Treyarch, the king company of zombies, the creators of COD Zombies, is really hurting zombies, and I don't get it. I don't understand why. Part of me feels like it's too ambitious. Like they try to do too much in the beginning. Black Ops 4, which I'm enjoying right now, I'm enjoying it more after they fixed all these bugs, was the worst launch in Call of Duty history. The facts just say it all. It's so obvious. Like I said, Activision Treyarch, they haven't even announced any of the details. You got the DLC, the multiplayer, which was just posted. Everyone thought that's just an update, but obviously that's going to be part of DLC 1, the hijacked edition to Blackout. You're going to get 9 characters, from the Chaos story, added to Blackout as well. As secret characters unlock a new specialist, new weapons, 2 new weapons, and then a special like Christmas type specialty weapon. I don't know what that's supposed to be about. Um, but that's coming out tomorrow. It's already out right now. DLC 1 is available right now in Australia, and the time zones, obviously leading up to midnight, will be available for PlayStation. And then Xbox One and PC will get it next week. I I don't understand because this, if you look at the cast for this, you have some. I mean, these characters. See, I had it right here in front of me. I don't understand how this can be. All right, here we go. All right, Lucy Lawless, Charles Dance, Kiefer Sutherland. I, I mean, I'm the fourth person. I can't. I'm sorry, I don't at the top of my head. How do you have this and market it like the way you just did? These are big actors and actresses, and you just throw it out there. You don't even give us a trailer. People shat all over the Tortured Path for World War II because they released the DLC like days before. Treyarch isn't even giving us one, but it's Treyarch, so we just let it slide, right? Because that's another thing altogether in itself. I'm sorry. I love World War II. If you haven't noticed, um, but how can I don't understand what they're doing? Look at the updates they bring out for multiplayer. You're getting new stuff from multiplayer all the time, and for Blackout, what is zombies getting? I'm getting callings. Oh boy, orders that you've done in Black Ops 3. Hooray! No, I'm not fucking hooray. That I don't get it. This is the largest zombies development team ever. And you're shitting all over it. I don't understand. It's not hard to do a trailer. You know what it is? It's Adobe Shop. You're taking video clips and you're slicing them and stitching them together. It's not hard. It's really not. I do understand how somebody there couldn't have stood down for a day and put a trailer together. How hard is that to do? I mean, I understand that you have right now. Okay, great. We have it out. You see opening cutscene. I watched it. It's really cool. And the story, the map looks awesome from what I've seen in the opening cutscene. It's all over YouTube by this point, but I don't get the premise behind it. Like I really don't. I play on Xbox One. I stream on Xbox One on Twitch. I'm not going to look at anything for the 7 days leading up to it. I saw the trailer. Yeah, I saw the opening, but it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand what they're trying to do. What is Treyarch doing? And I really feel like they're really hurting this. They're really hurting the game. Their modes in general. I kind of feel like that. And here's even worse. Apparently, it was announced or it's rumored to be that Call of Duty is going to be Black Ops 4 is going to be sold for $30 with multiplayer and Blackout in it only. No zombies. That's bad. If that happens to zombies, you could see zombies without it in the future. And I really hope it's not the case. I understand. There's something internally going on. It's got to be because I don't understand the logic behind this, the marketing that has been coming out, the amount of zero content and all this stuff we're supposed to be getting from Black Ops 4 that is not out at all. I don't get it. Explain this shit to me. Treyarch needs to fucking wake up and need to look at the community that they helped build. This is the reason why we have zombies is because the community and so many fans loved it. I play in this game since World at War. I've loved every single zombies except Exo. I can't stand Exo zombies. That just gives me a headache every time I try. Um, but I've been so passionate about this community. It's a toxic community, I must admit, but nonetheless, it's a beautiful thing. It really is how the community made a mode. The fans. This is a genuine thing where the fans love something so much that it was an outcrying, and of course, Activision saw dollar signs. And I just don't get it. I'm really fed up, but I love the game so much. I play Blackout a lot. I don't really play multiplayer very much, and I'm playing zombies a lot more. I've only beaten the 9 Easter egg. I need to beat Blood. I need to beat Voyage, but it's like my friends doing them with. It's like I got to find randoms now because buddies of mine are just like, man, they're so fed up with zombies. There's no content. Now I understand if you haven't beaten the Easter egg yet, but help me understand this. Really, I don't get this. But anyway. I really hope there's going to be better things in store for us in the future, because the zombies community right now is getting smacked in the face for no reason. I can't understand it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much. This is the Generation Gaming YouTube channel, and this has been the Generation Gaming Podcast. I am Jay Lewis. This is Generation Gaming. Tomorrow, join us at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live on the Generation Gaming Twitch channel. We'll be getting some Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies. Should be a very good time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Jay Lewis. This is Generation Gaming, the video game news outlet made for the gamers by the gamers. Join the revolution to put the gamers' voice first.